we're out going off to build and design our ideal life, that means you want life exactly where you want it in all the areas, successes in all the areas, your health, your spiritual life, your finances, your business, your relationships, like all the areas of life. That's what we're headed towards. You can have it all. You can have a very good marriage and a great family life, and you can have as much money and abundance in your life as you want. You can have as much health in your life as you want. Like you don't have to sacrifice everything to, right, like for one thing. This conversation is around money, but if you listen to it very closely, guys, it's really just around your thinking. It's around your perspective. It's around how you think about money. Remember the thesis, if you change your thinking, you change your life. So all of this stuff is just a change in thought. That's how we get new outcomes. But maybe no one's ever challenged your thoughts before. Maybe you've never challenged your thoughts before. Maybe you're the person that says, I am how I am, or I'm this way, but you never ask yourself how you got that way. That's what coaching does. That's what mentorship does. That's what someone that's at a higher level of awareness can bring to you. But there's a lot that Dan said in there that I just jotted some notes down that we can kind of double click on. The first thing he said was understanding the value of time, understanding your value. What are you worth? What do you believe you're worth? That's such a powerful conversation to have. What do you believe you're worth? From a monetary standpoint, it's okay to talk about money. It's okay to have a monetary number in your mind. Like that's perfectly fine. If you don't, if it's a struggle for you to think about money or talk about money or put numbers together, that probably goes to those money beliefs, that money story you have. You got to question that. If we're okay to talk about the latest gossip, if we're okay to talk about other people's lives, if we're okay to talk about what we saw on TV or sports or anything, why this? Why this topic? And so we have to pay attention to our mindset. But ask yourself, what do you believe you're worth? What do you believe you're worth, right? Some of you guys know my story, right? Like I haven't had a job in 11 years, but I'm also unemployable now, right? Like I don't think I could ever have a job now because I know what I'm worth. And no one, unless it's really dire need, no one can put a price tag on my life for an hour. No knock to anybody that has a job. It's okay. We got to feed our family. We got to put bills, right? We got to pay bills, the whole thing. But ask yourself that question. If we're going off to design our ideal life, that's what you're doing. You're going off to design a life you don't need a break from. If that's the case, then what are you worth? What's an hour of your time worth? What's a day of your life worth to you? And are you being undervalued by your job, by the people around you, by your business, like whatever it is? And if you can raise your level of expectation or raise your intentionality on like building your worth, your self-worth, what you believe you're worth, good things happen. Good things happen. So that was one thing that I put down. He said, increase your value. He said, increase your value in three areas: your character, your skill sets, and your beliefs. Your beliefs. I really want to point to that part so much because he said it in there. We have so many limiting beliefs. Now, we might just be talking about money, but think of all the areas you have limiting beliefs. You have a belief that does not serve you anymore. You have a belief of lack. You have a belief that you're not worthy, you're not capable, you're not enough, right? These are beliefs. What is possible and what's not possible is maybe you never believed it was possible to be a multimillionaire. Maybe because no one in your family has ever been, or no one around you has encouraged you down that path. So maybe that's your belief now. Maybe your belief is I haven't seen it, so I don't need that much, right? I work with a lot of people with money, so the stuff he's talking about resonates because I hear people's language, right? I hear people's language. It's like, oh, I don't need that much. I don't need to be rich. I don't need, well, you for sure won't be any of that then. You're just communicating. But why not? You don't want to bless people. You don't want to help our society. You don't want to help your children. You don't want to make sure your family stays healthy by having the best doctors. Like you don't want any of those things. You just want to fly below the radar, right? Like we have to check our limiting beliefs because if we change our thinking, we change our life. It's huge, guys. It's huge. And we don't do this enough. We don't take enough time to check our thinking. We just keep operating and wondering why we're not getting the results, wondering why the money's not staying in the bank account, wondering why we're not growing our income, wondering what we're trying to figure it out. It's like, well, it's probably because of how you think about it. So check those limiting beliefs. He called that self-sabotage. Call that self-sabotage, right? So you don't think, right? It's nothing external that's sabotaging you. It's you. It's your own thoughts, your own beliefs. We're talking about money. This reflects in your health life. This reflects in your relationships. This reflects in your business. This reflects in all the areas of your life that you are trying to grow in. You have a belief that's keeping you where you are. We all have to work on that. We all have to work on that. Something he put down that I always say to people, money is a tool. Money is a tool. It's not good or bad. It has no positive or negative effect. He gave the example like a fork, right? A fork can stab someone or it could feed somebody. Same thing with money, right? And I always would tell people this, money doesn't go to people that deserve it. Money goes to people that believe they deserve it. Believe they deserve it. So the question is, do you believe you deserve it? Do you believe you're deserving of it? And if so, to what tune? What's your time worth? What are you worth? Have you thought about these things? Are you clear on that? I just sat down with a couple yesterday, and that's the first thing that I asked them. I say, hey, I've asked some of you guys this question on this call. I've asked you this. And if not, answer this question for yourself over time. If you could draw out your perfect ideal life 10 years from now, 10 years from now, you're going to end up somewhere, God willing, right? You're going to end up somewhere in 10 years. If you could draw it up exactly how you want it, exactly the way you want it, you have all the things of your life exactly where you want it. What does it look like? Can you paint me a clear picture? Or is that picture cloudy? Is it blurry? Is it vague? It's clarity. I was working with a couple on their money stuff, and I asked them, hey, like, what makes this all worth it? If we're going to start working together financially, what makes this all worth it for you? And they're like, they couldn't really explain it. They're just like, I want this. Okay, well, we got to get clearer on what we want. Because if we're not clear, it's not going to come to us. And money's just a tool, it's just an energy. It's just there to attract to us if we think about it properly. So, a couple things for you. Aim to inspire with your money. Aim to inspire. It's a big point, right? We're not doing this to show off or to be flashy or any of those things. You're aiming to inspire other people. Inspire other people to be the best version of themselves. Very similar to what we're doing here on these calls. Very similar to what you can do out there in life. Is just inspire someone to be better. Inspire someone to want to grow, to want to learn, right? To want to strive for more, to want to like this is a very big psychological thing for children or young adults. One of our visions is we're going to create a dream school, a vision school for young adults because they don't we become what we see, right? And so people need to stretch their vision. And one of the things that stretches a child's vision is being able to see both sides of like the financial spectrum, seeing extreme poverty, but then also seeing wealth. And seeing both sides gives someone the mindset of how they can go and aspire to potentially be more. If they never saw that, that's why a lot of people that grow up in inner city, they don't know because they don't see it. So they don't think that there is better. But this goes to us too. This goes to your limiting beliefs. This goes like, how much are you stretching your vision? How much are you seeing what's up ahead and the life that you're trying to get to? It's so important clear, to be clear to get to the life that we want. If you're not clear and you're not specific, you're not going to get it. Our brain doesn't go to work that way. So you got to make sure that you're doing that. Rewire your money story. Rewire your money story. Change your perspective on money. A great book is called The Psychology of Money. If you haven't read it, highly recommend it. The Psychology of Money. Forget who the author is, but it literally talks about money in our mindset. One of the second or third questions I normally ask people when I'm going through the coaching process with them is, hey, how did you grow up with money? Like, what's your first recollection of money? Was it a stressor in your household? Was it a stressor? Was it something that you had a lot of? Was it something that was never talked about? Was it something that was talked about? How was it when you started making money, right? Like just the mindset behind it. We have to rewire that story in order to get to the life that we want. Because that's all we're doing this for, ladies and gentlemen. We're just doing this to get to our ideal life. So we have to first take inventory of what's going on up here. Because if we can change this, then our outcomes can change. If we change this, our beliefs change, our actions change. If you believed something different about money, if you believe something different about money, you would do something different with your money. That's the way it goes. If you had a different belief system of what money is there for and how it flows in your life, in and out of your life, not that it's scarce or it's hard to come by or we don't have it or, right, scared of the future, whatever those things are. If we change how we think about it, you would do different things with it. You get a different result. This is the way it works in all of our lives. And I'm just encouraging you today on this Friday. It's the last Friday of March, the last Friday of the quarter. The first quarter of the year is done, right? After the next couple of days, I'm encouraging you to change how you're thinking about certain things, specifically money. But this is all the areas. Change how you're thinking about your health. Change how you're thinking, right? You guys are going to be on the journey with me, but in April, I'm going on a detox, a sugar fast, a sugar detox. I kind of like sugar. I'm not like a like my grandma had a sweet tooth, right? So, the cakes and cookies and stuff, right? I'll get to more than I should. So I'm going on a full month of sugar detox. Me and my accountability partners, we're gonna do a 4 day fast, just liquid fast, right? We call it a solid food vacation. We're gonna do four days of that. And then from there, for the rest of the month, no sugar, right? No sugar. So like nothing that has sugar in it. It's gonna be tough. But I'm constantly how I think about my body, how I think about my health has changed over time. So now fasting is important to me. So now I take different actions when it comes to my health because I think differently about it. That's all. I got introduced to new information. I learned some new things. I started to believe differently. So I started to take different actions. Prior to 3 years ago, I had never fasted, not one day in my life. Never, not once. Now I fast every other week, 36 hours, and then do extended fast, right? Like this is only 3 years ago, but I'm different because I think differently. So I take different actions. That's my encouragement to all of you. If you get some new information, that was the last thing that he said. He said, like, most people don't have the knowledge of money. They don't understand it. They have bad habits. They don't learn it. So once you learn it and you get good, then it changes your habits. Then you get better outcomes. Then you can invest more, save more, get out of debt, all the things you want to do. But it all starts with your mindset. If there's one thing I could drive home to you, and again, I know I'm a broken record because, again, I've told you this before. You've been programmed. We've all been programmed. They we just happen to like that record or we're unconscious of that record, right? Whatever the society's message is to us, whatever your parents' message has been to you, you've been programmed a certain way to think about it. So I'm going to reprogram our brains. I'm going to basically, right, re-brainwash you the other way to understand certain little things that will hold you. If you change your thinking, you will change your life. Don't try to change any of the things in your life if you have not yet changed your belief around those things. If you don't know what to change in your belief, then that's the time you have to take with yourself. Cut out the distractions, cut out the noise, turn off social media, turn off the TV, get away from the family. Understand how your morning routine will help you. Understand how your night routine will help you. Put all those things together. Sit down, take some time with yourself to think about what you're thinking about. When we read out of our text, the 177 mental toughness secrets of the world class, one of the chapters says the world class embraces metacognition. Metacognition is, are you thinking about what you're thinking about? Like, do you actually think about your thoughts? Or whatever thoughts come into your mind is just how you operate. It's the easiest way to not get to the life that we want. It's the easiest way to not be intentional about the actions that we take and the path that we go is because we're not even focused on what we're thinking about. We're letting in all types of information. You're watching social media, you're letting in television images, you're letting in entertainment images, you're letting in all types of things, and you never stop to clear it out and just say, let me get focused on what I need, on what thoughts I have, on what stinking thinking I have, on where I need to change my thoughts about something so that I can change my outcome. That's my encouragement to you guys. Every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday, when we jump on, my encouragement is that something that I say or something someone says plants a seed. Something you hear in a video plants a seed that causes you to start changing how you think about something. Until you have someone in your life that can see your blind spots, because we all have blind spots. I have them. I have people around me that help me see my blind spots. Do you? If you don't, use these calls as that, but take it in. right? Take it in to understand that, like, okay, there's some things I got to change up here, but I don't know what it is yet. So I need somebody to plant this seed. I need to hear something in a video. I need to hear something Chris says. I need to hear something in the book that gets me to think. And then I go back and I reflect on that. I'm like, oh, okay, that's where I'm at. How did I get to that thinking? Man, is that true? Is that really like how I think about it? How long have I held this belief? And you start working through your own thoughts. That's how your life changes. That's how you get to the life you don't need a break from, y'all. That's the formula. Easier said than done. I know, Ron. Easier said than done, brother, but it's worth it. It's possible. You can make this thing happen. I love you guys. I want you to win. You deserve to win. Your families deserve to win. If no one ever tells you that, I will always tell you that, right? I'm in your corner. I'm cheering for you. And I know this thing takes work. I know this thing takes a ton of work. It's not easy to change our thinking. It's not easy to change the person you are. It's not easy at all, but it's so worth it. In order for you to get to the life that you don't need a break from, you have to have the capacity to handle that life. Currently, you don't have the capacity to be that person to handle the life that's up ahead. That's why you're growing. That's why you're learning. That's why you're going to think differently, is because everything you're asking for is up ahead. You got to grow in order to get there. Enjoy your weekend. Do something that scares you, pushes you out of your comfort zone. I'll see you guys back here on Monday. Take care.